Hi, I'm Kai. Thanks for coming by. Welcome to the Overdue Review, the series where I review anime or manga that pretty much everyone else but me has already watched or reviewed. The fall 2021 anime season was absolutely stacked with absolute banger anime and is arguably one of the best anime seasons of all time. There were continuations of ongoing series like Demon Slayer, one of my personal favorites, and World Trigger, and One Piece and Boruto. But there was also a very nice selection of brand new shows that took the world by storm like Platinum End and Komi Can't Communicate. And of course, let's not forget the overload of isekai, which at least includes my personal pick for anime of the year, which is Mushoku Tensei. But now we're well into the winter 2022 anime season, and for me, this season feels kinda underwhelming. We still have our big hitter continuations in the likes of Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan final season, and One Piece, but everything else are either subpar isekai, which, believe me, I like isekai, and this season is very meh, or they just straight out don't interest me. However, if there could ever be one single show that could save the winter 2022 season for me, that show would be one that actually began airing in fall 2021 and I was just too dumb and blind to notice that a fucking masterpiece was literally just sitting there as I ignored it. Osama Ranking of Kings. Why the fuck did I not watch this sooner? Ranking of Kings' art style really put me and a lot of other people off of the show, cause it looks like some kind of cheap children's cartoon. Wacky character designs, huge fucking noses, and this extremely pretentious and annoying little shit. Seriously, I've never wished I could kick somebody in the face more than this fucking... Gah! Anyways, these are all elements that would make me pass or drop a show, but oh my god, I am so glad I didn't. Yes, I know I'm still a little late to the party, but hey, I watched it, give me a break, and this wouldn't be the Overdue review if I wasn't late. Ranking of Kings follows Prince Bojji, Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Basse, which is ruled by a notoriously strong king. Bojji is next in line to the throne of this great and powerful kingdom, but not everybody is happy about that. Why? Well, Bojji is deaf and mute. Now let's just take a moment to seriously applaud Sosuke Toka for representing such a severely unrepresented minority in media. What's even more impressive to me is the way he handled it in particular. Bojji being deaf and mute is not made out to be this big deal that the entire story revolves around, nor is it passed off as if it didn't exist at all. Bojji's disability is given due attention and respect without being represented in a demeaning or demoralizing manner. It doesn't use the disability as a plot device to guilt-trip viewers into feeling bad for Bojji, but it also doesn't ignore the difficulties it causes him in his daily life. In one particular scene, that little shit, that one, basically said he would rather die than to live with such severe disabilities. To which his mentor replies, "Are you saying that under the same circumstances you wouldn't have the self-confidence to go on living?" This scene made me happy for two reasons. One, because that little prick got put in his place. But more importantly, it's a perfect representation of recognizing the agency of people that live with such hardships and teaches respect over pity. Anyways, back to Bojji. I have never, ever, ever in my life been as invested in the development of a character as I was with Bojji. Like, every single thing he does, every goal he sets out to achieve, every hurdle he tries to climb, you just can't help but feel this overwhelming urge to cheer him on as he pushes and strives to put that next foot forward. His unique, natural charm forces you to want to follow him, and god damn it, you will be sitting there wishing you could be in the world of the show so you could help him. I have never once in my life cried for any movie, TV show, book, or any other form of media, but this show made me shed my first ever real tear while watching it. But I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because Boji is just so unbelievably inspiring. Every moment he falls, you're cheering him on to get back up and keep moving forward. And every moment he struggles, you're cheering him on to keep working hard and get through it. And every moment he succeeds in something, you feel this immense satisfaction and feel the joy of success right alongside him. Watching Boji strive to be better makes you want to be better. In terms of writing, this show is so amazing I would dare to call it perfect. But like I said before, the art is kinda off-putting. But honestly, as you watch it, the art style kinda grows on you. It really is hard to imagine the same story and characters in a different art style, and it's really hard for me to say if it would have anywhere near the same effect if it were done in a different style. I'm sure there's moments that could have come across as more serious if it were drawn in a more conventional anime style, but I think the overall charm of the show would be lost if it were. It definitely is an acquired taste, and there are still parts of the show that make it difficult to take seriously, but that also just goes to show how good the writing is in this show when you can take something that looks this ridiculous and still make you feel every single emotion under the sun. When all is said and done, Ranking of Kings is definitely, in my opinion, one of the greatest anime to come out of the past decade, and is one that I look forward to seeing how it continues to develop. Years from now, I could see us all looking back at this show as a classic, and I hope it will help influence other manga authors to break out of the norm and try interesting and unique art styles for their manga, and I also hope this will inspire other authors to include more representation for people with disabilities in anime and manga. I am a little concerned about its future though, as the current season is wrapping up. It's hard to believe any continuation of the story will be able to meet the expectations set by this first season. Hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I also don't want to get my hopes up too high. Usually for a show like this, I would be chomping at the bit to find out what happens, and I would immediately turn to the manga for answers. But for this one, the anime is so masterfully done, I feel like I'd be doing myself an injustice by spoiling it for myself. While I do intend to read the manga at some point, I definitely think I'm going to wait until after Season 2 to begin reading. That is, if it gets renewed for a second season. Hopefully after this, I will have learned my lesson to not judge an anime based off appearance and art style. People always say don't judge a book by its cover, yet that seems to be all we do, and it's definitely what I did with this show. Moving forward, I'll try to be less picky with art styles and give more shows a chance, but then again, this wouldn't be the Overdue review if I had watched it right away, would it? I'd like to thank you for watching this to the end, and I hope you enjoyed my Overdue review of Ranking of Kings. And if you agree or disagree with any of my opinions, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, like and subscribe, and don't forget to watch our regular Storytime series where we provide a visual audiobook experience for amateur-created manga and webcomics. If you have a particular anime you want me to do an Overdue review on, let me know in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.